Magandang buhay! Let's talk about justice and peace for the good of all. The need to associate with others and to become a part of a community is inherent in every human being. The community is built based on the natural desire of people to love. The moment people love and care for each other and agree on a common good, the result is a community. There is order in a society if all citizens contribute to the common good. The cooperation among all its members, although they differ in some ways, contribute for the attainment of common good. Ideally, the community has to protect the interests of all, whether rich or poor. Working for the common good is manifested as the community provides for the welfare and comfort of all the citizens. However, sense of common good is directed with an option for the poor. It is believed that the rich have enough means to care for themselves. It is the poor who needs more help. Therefore, if there is a sense of common good, the rich takes care not only of themselves but also of those who cannot take care of themselves. Common good is the goal of a society. Individual persons living in a community naturally work for their individual good. Whatever good they personally work for must be compatible with the good of the whole society. A society becomes a real society if it promotes compatibility and common good between and among individuals. Everybody has the freedom to work for himself. The rich can also gain more for their needs. However, if common good will suffer, then freedom should be placed below a higher value, which is justice. Common good is promoted in the community through a just and fair system. When we talk of justice, we mean giving what is due to each person, which is the basic right to live in the full human life. These rights and duties may be grouped together into four, namely, sufficient life goods. We need food, clothing, and shelter. These are the basic goods without which life is impossible. Basic goods also include services offered by the community like health care and opportunity to develop one's skills. The right to work also falls under the basic need of the human person. Work is important for him or her to earn a living and provide his or her other basic needs. Hence, those who have more should share what they have to everyone, especially those who are in need. God has given us enough for everyone. Second, dignity or esteem. Every human being bears the image and likeness of God, and this is where the person's dignity is rooted. As we develop ourselves, the image of God in us becomes more visible to us. Surely, we are tasked with a special role and function to become better persons. Each one of us has the liberty and chance to develop our God-given talents and to continue our unique role in developing our community. The right to human dignity belongs to everyone, anybody, rich or poor, strong or weak, physically or emotionally disabled. All of us have the same right to the same esteem and dignity. Just because one is deaf, retarded, or sickly and poor, he or she has less dignity. In the eyes of God, we are all equal, hence each one deserves to be treated equally or fairly. The third one is participation. The right to participate in shaping one's destiny belongs to every person in each group of people. This side of justice is based on the fact that God gave each of us intellect and free will. Each person, therefore, is personally responsible and accountable to God in taking care of his life. The parable of the silver pieces illustrates how each servant has had to account to his master for the silver pieces entrusted to him. You can see this through Matthew 25:14-30. The right to participate means that everyone has the right to get involved in meaningful activities, whether political, social, or cultural and economic, that shape his or her life. The person must be given the opportunity to help design, build, and create a society in which he or she lives. It demands the right to participate directly or indirectly in the planning and decision-making in all aspects of social life. At the same time, it also requires every person to actively participate in the activities. Then lastly, interdependence or solidarity. Solidarity as a right and as a duty stems from the social character of the human person. God did not create the person in isolation. Instead, He placed him or her in a community. A social being, the person has the responsibility to exercise his or her own rights and to avoid curtailing the right of others. The individual person is independent from the persons. However, he or she is in solidarity with them. This means that he or she lives with others in harmony, justice, and peace. So solidarity calls for three kinds of action. So these are, the first one is the works of mercy. Second, the works of justice, and then lastly, the changes in one's own lifestyle which are necessary to achieve the first two. It is enough to show pity or to take care of the victims of difficulty and calamities caused by people or nature. Solidarity demands that we help prevent or at least minimize these adversities. Always remember, manatiling mabuting tao, and maraming salamat. Paalam!